Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we decode the confusing world of corporate finance and tell you what it really means for your money. Today we are looking at LXP Industrial Trust, and let me tell you their latest report is packed with some really interesting date-specific details. So get ready because we are diving deep into their most recent filings to see what the numbers are telling us. Before we dive in, if you like getting these breaking down complicated financial reports into simple terms, make sure you are subscribed. And if you want to chat more about these companies, join our Discord community linked in the description below. Alright, let us get straight into it. This report was filed on the 12th of February 2026, and it gives us insights into LXP Industrial Trust's financial situation and operations. They are publishing information about their financial results for the quarter that ended the 31st of December 2025. Now, for a bit of context, LXP Industrial Trust is a real estate investment trust, meaning they own, invest in, and operate income-producing real estate. Their shares are traded on the New York Stock Exchange. We are talking about their common stock LXP and also their preferred stock LXP PRC. The main reason for this filing is to announce their financial results. They have issued a press release detailing their performance for the fourth quarter of 2025. Think of this as their official update to investors on how they did financially. On top of the financial results announcement, they are also providing supplemental information for the same period, the fourth quarter of 2025. This supplemental information gives a more detailed look at their figures and business. They also held a conference call on the 12th of February to discuss these results and their business plan with analysts and investors. So they are being very transparent about their performance. This section basically tells us what documents are being included with this report. The key ones here are the press release itself, which is Exhibit 99.1, and the supplemental information, which is Exhibit 99.2. We will be focusing on the insights derived from these exhibits. They also include something called the cover page interactive data file, which is pretty standard technology for SEC filings these days. Now let us talk about the meat of the report, the financial results announced in the press release and supplemental information. While the filing itself does not contain the detailed tables we would typically dig into for a 10Q or annual report, this 8K filing points us to those documents. The important takeaway is that on the 12th of February 2026, LXP Industrial Trust announced their financial results for the quarter ending the 31st of December 2025. This tells us that the company had recently concluded its fiscal year and was reporting on its performance. The supplemental information likely provides a deeper dive into their key financial metrics, such as revenue net income funds from operations and other important indicators for a real estate investment trust. For investors, this is where they look to see if the company is growing its income, whether its expenses are under control, and if the value of its properties is increasing or decreasing. Looking at the company's registered securities, we see they have both common stock and preferred stock. This indicates a fairly standard capital structure for a publicly traded company. The fact that they are reporting on the fourth quarter of 2025 means we are getting a look at their full year performance and how they finished up the year. Typically, the fourth quarter can be very telling as companies often see fluctuations in revenue and look to close out their fiscal year strong. So what does this all mean strategically for LXP Industrial Trust? By issuing this report and supplemental information, they are communicating their financial health and operational performance to the market. Investors will be analyzing this data to make informed decisions about buying, selling, or holding their LXP shares. The timing of these announcements is crucial as it happens shortly after the quarter ends, giving the market timely information for valuation and investment strategy. Now, looking at the company's direction based on this type of filing, we can infer that they are actively managing their portfolio and reporting on their progress. The emphasis on financial results and supplemental information suggests a focus on transparency and investor relations. However, without the actual numbers from the press release or supplemental information, we can only speculate on the specific performance, but we know it was reported on the 12th of February 2026. In terms of potential risks and opportunities, it is hard to say specifically without the financial details, but for a real estate investment trust, generally risks can include economic downturns, rising interest rates, changes in the real estate market, and tenant defaults. Opportunities might include strategic acquisitions, favorable market conditions, and lease renewals at higher rates. The fact that they are providing this detailed information implies they are aware of these dynamics and are managing them. So my conclusion is that LXP Industrial Trust is following standard corporate reporting procedures by announcing its quarterly and annual financial results. The key takeaway for investors is to look for the details within the reference press release and supplemental information to understand the company's actual performance in late 2025. The filings themselves here serve as a notification that these important financial details are now available. Alright, that is our quick decode of this LXP Industrial Trust filing. What are your thoughts on companies releasing this kind of information? Do you find it helpful? Let us know in the comments below. If you found this breakdown useful, please hit that like button and subscribe for more corporate insights. And remember to join our Discord community for more in-depth discussions. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next video.